How's it going, everybody? Actor Chicago here. Welcome back to Mario Kart Wii CTGP with a brand new update for the month of August. This is exciting, this. I'm just going to very quickly go through some of the old tracks because I haven't managed to save them. But I'll just go through two of the tracks that have been removed and just give my brief thoughts on them before we get started. Headlong Skyway should have gone a long time ago. I mean, like, it was a massive star. It didn't look very pretty. I mean, some of it drove fine, but it just looked really outdated and wasn't fun to drive at all. Even though it was 2 laps, it just wasn't fun to drive. And Calais Desert. In terms of old tracks, I didn't necessarily mind it, but it did look outdated. It was very long for 3 laps, and it was probably its time to go. It probably should have been removed like 3 years ago, but what have you, you know. It's removed now. It is what it is. So yeah, 2 brand new tracks, 7 updated ones. And, yeah, let's see how we go. We'll play them through, as always, starting with the updated tracks. We finish off with the new tracks, and we'll give a final rating out of 5 threads at the very end. So without further ado, let's do this. Okay, starting out with DK Ruins. This one's by ZPL, and we all knew this was coming. We all knew this update was coming. I've never seen the update. This is my first time experiencing it. It looks really nice. It's more sunsetty than the original. Okay, this mushroom's been fixed. That's pretty cool. They've got moving tikis. They didn't have that in the previous CTGP version, so it's nice to see ZPL bringing them back. See, this has been not rumored, I suppose, but like everybody knew this was coming for a long time because the old version was pretty outdated and didn't drive as well as it probably could have done. Even though the visuals looked great, there were definitely some improvements that could have been made. Oh, I love the shaking, like, tiki statues. It's actually kind of a little bit scary looking at them when they're constantly shaking. But yeah, I mean, I don't know if there was a way to make it so they shake when you go near them, but that's just me being nitpicky. This is really cool. What I love about ZPL's takes on on retro CTs, sorry, is how he has an original spin to them. That's what I mean. So, like, he'll find some way of changing it up so it's somewhat unique to him while still feeling like the original. I really like that. For example, like, you know, this time he made it like a little more sunsetty. He made like these platforms a little more Mario Kart Wii friendly. And yeah, even though the sunsetty vibe isn't in the original, like I said, it still feels like the original. So this is like really cool. To kind of like go through this. Let's just go around the outer route as well and see what that's like. It'll be really interesting playing this in, you know, in online retro rooms as well. Seeing what other people think of this track, because I don't know how popular the previous DK Jungle was, but I really like this version. I didn't mind the old version before. I just wish there was a little bit more to it. And this is kind of what I was looking for. Again, like more animation. The more animation, the better. I haven't even mentioned the frogs yet. The kind of the vibrant frogs. I really like them. They're like head banging. Slash, I don't know. When you look at them from behind, they're twerking. We're not going to go into that. I just think they're head banging. But you know, let me know what you think they're doing. But yeah, oh, I didn't even notice that little airship going by. That's really cool. Yeah, a lot of animation going into this one. Really cool. Really cool track. And, yeah. Can't wait to see what other ZPL tracks, come from, yeah, all the retro, CTs come from ZPL's brain. This is a really good start to the update. Great stuff. Oh, yeah. Broken Pier has been massively overhauled. I played this version before many a time. I think I first played this in hide and seek. And, yeah, it looks very cool. There's not as much going on. I've played versions of this which are just like, which is just ridiculous. I'm pretty sure the first version of this I played had like rain. So I think it's kind of a shame that the creator removed the rain. So I really like a good track with rain effects. But I mean, hey, if it's too much visually going on for other people, who am I to argue? This is the cool bit. The animation going on down here, this was definitely overhauled to be nowhere near as crazy. Because, like, I remember, if you've seen other versions of this track, like, the floor kind of animation was, like, really, it was stupid crazy. So that's the bit that probably should have been toned down. Yeah, but like it's like I said, like not just with ZBL, with other content CT creators as well who do like retro CTs like this. Seeing another spin on it is really cool. Oh, this is a double mushroom shortcut, but yeah, that off-road really punched you, going 19 to 20 km/h if you if you mess that up. But yeah, it still feels like the original to me, mostly because of the background. I do like an animated lightning background too. That's always really cool. I like I don't even think this is intentional, but I like how the eyes and the mouths kind of change when you go down into the water. That's a really cool touch. But again, probably wasn't intentional. I just really like I just like the look of it. I go from like orange to like when you first go into the water, like dark, and then like pale white. That's a really cool little effect. And I do like how part of the road appears and then just disappears when you like go away from it. That's really cool. Man, this is I always wanted a version like this to go in a CTGP. Not necessarily because there was something wrong with the original broken pier. I thought the broken pier that got removed was actually pretty good. But like, you know, this is just something else. And yeah, as soon as I first saw this version, I did think this has to get in the CTGP. Surely this has got to get in. And luckily my dream has come true. This is a fantastic version of Broken Pier, and I can't wait to play this over and over and over again, because like, man oh man, this track deserves it. Yeah, I think this is my favourite of the two in terms of retro overhauls. I really love this version. There's so much going on, so much animation, and I absolutely adore it. Okay, GCN Bowser's Castle. I haven't noticed much of a change. Was the sky green before? I don't think the sky was green before. That might have been a change. Interesting visual update for sure. I wonder if they made the track... Okay, from the mini-map, it doesn't look like they've made the track any shorter. Because you could argue that, yes, the track is very long for 3 laps, but I feel that's how it was in the original. I remember when this track got... I can't exactly remember which month it got updated, but I remember when the track got updated before, where it was a bit more Mario Kart Wii friendly, they made the jumps a little better, and they changed the fire wheels at the end to be a bit more... a little more manageable, but still tough. And the Bowser Cannon, that was really cool. But yeah, I don't know if there's much change. I mean, I honestly can't remember if oh wait, okay, no, the statue's still there. I was thinking, oh god, have they just removed it? But no, okay, it is still there. Yeah, I'm wondering what's actually changed. Oh, they might have they made this a little bit more manageable? I'm honestly not sure. I haven't really played Bowser's Castle in a little while, so I'm kind of trying to work out off the top of my head what is actually what's actually changed. I think the green sky is new, and I think that's about it. Nothing else feels different. So I don't know if it's worth driving all 3 laps, considering it is pretty long. But I mean, I don't know. GCN Bowser's Castle is a track that I don't think really needs much improvement. The one thing I would change is maybe those fireballs at the end, because I know a lot of people are saying they're way too hard. And I can kind of agree with that, considering that, you know, a lot of the time you will just bump into them, and if you hit one of them, you pay for it. Like, I think you just fall off, like, flat out. So yeah, gotta be careful to avoid those fireballs, I suppose. It is all about timing at the end of the day. You kind of have to... How I do it is you kind of just, like, watch where the fireballs are going, and then you just kind of, you know, go from there. You, like... Yeah, I'll give them a try. So if they're going, like, all the way to the left here, and I'm going down the middle, you know, I'll just, like, tilt to the right, try and avoid the fireball, and then I'll just go through. If that's any easy to explain. But yeah, I don't think I'll drive the full 3 laps of this, but yeah, if the green sky is new, then great. If there's a bug fix, that's fine too. Just make it a bit more clear in the patch note speed, if it's an update or not, or a patch note. But yeah, pretty good one. On to the next one. Okay, Delfino Island. I wasn't expecting much from this update, and I don't think I'm going to guess it, judging from how nothing has changed from previous. I imagine this one's another bug fix, so I don't think I'll have to play this one for very long. For me, I'm pretty thankful about that, because this is one of my least favourite tracks in GCGP. I mean, it's not as bad for me as something like Athletic Raceway is, or like Pipe Underworld, but like, yeah, man, I'm just not a fan of this track. It should have gone a while ago, especially when there's like, or at least like updated, because I've seen a much better version of this online, and that hasn't, you know, and it's not been put in. So I'm just kind of wondering, you know, what the point of keeping this version is, if not for you know, I guess you keep it for the competitive players, but I mean, give it some overhaul for sure. Like, you know, if you're not going to use the remake, like, give it some visual updates. You don't even have to change the track, just give it something. Something more interesting to look at instead of just, like, the same old kind of bland visuals that you've had forever. But yeah, I don't really know what to say about this track. This is like, I don't know. I feel like this is like the second or third time. And not even the third time it's made an appearance, like, in this update series with not many updates. So I'm not really sure what else I can say about it that hasn't already been said. So I'm just going to move on right away. On to the next track. Right, Marble Towers. This was, once upon a time, my favourite track in CTGP. Fun fact. It's not anymore. I've played tracks that are better than this. But I really like this track, just how creative it is. I've mentioned that, I think, plenty of times before over the years. But, I mean, yeah. It's, I don't know about this one. It's definitely a, I don't know what's changed. To be honest, it's probably just more bug fixes. I mean, which is probably fair enough. I mean, the track does have a few problems, but it's not like, you know, and I don't know, I don't think it really needed a visual update. I mean, okay, maybe it does need a visual update, just like, you know, see the graphics touched up a tiny bit would be nice. But I mean, I don't know. I don't think it really needs too much of one. It's a very creative track. I do like the little background with the cat bell. That's really cool. But I mean, yeah, I don't think it needs too much of a visual update. Maybe fixing these marbles so they're on, like, you know, they're on, like, clearly defined paths instead of, like, just rolling around for no reason. That would be a nice fix. But I mean, I don't know. Other than that, I'm not noticing anything. I do prefer it if there's like an actual, like, if it's advertised as an update. I've mentioned it before, but I want to see something more than bug fixes. You know, I want to see something visual. I want to see some more animation. I want to see, like, parts of the track change. You know, stuff like that. And you know, whenever that's, like, mentioned, whenever a track says it's been updated or whatever, like, you know, instead of, like, patched, I think, you know what? Yeah, that's exciting. And then when it doesn't live up to that, it's like, okay, I guess just a patch note, and then I just get a bit sad and a bit disappointed. But I mean, again, I don't think Marble Towers necessarily needed a visual overhaul, but it's just, if you're gonna fix bugs in the track, just say it's a patch or a bug fix. You know, do what you want with that, but don't call it an update. But yeah, again, I don't think I need to drive the full 3 laps of this. Just gonna go on to the next track again. Ooh, okay. So this is Jungle Ruins, and it's had a pretty big glow up. For those of you who know the like the old Jungle Ruins, you'll know that it was a bit, well, visually lacking, let's say. It didn't look very nice visually at all, and it didn't drive the best either, if I'm being honest. Which I guess from that ramp shows that it does still have that problem. But I mean, in terms of, like, visuals, like, this track looks incredible now. Whoa, the amount of orange and red in here. That's, oh man, that is a lot of red. And, slash orange. But yeah, man, this is really cool. I didn't expect to be, like, super impressed with Jungle Ruins out of all the tracks, but here I stand. This looks great. Again, like, there are some drivability problems. That ramp for sure needs to be, you know, a little bit... It needs to be fixed so I don't, like, you know, so you don't just, like, fly off into the off-road. You know, maybe turning the ramp a little bit would help. Or not make it, like, or not make it as high. That could fix the problem. But other than that, I mean, yeah, the track looks amazing. God, what else is there to say about it? It just looks so nice. I do like the waterfall texture, kind of looking like lava. You know, I don't think they've changed the actual water texture. I think they've just changed the lighting. This is just a theory. I think they've just changed the lighting, so it looks like lava, which I think is quite cool. But yeah, I love the stone effects. I like the grass texture. I like the new advertisements as well. That's a pretty cool touch. Let's see if I can take this ramp properly. There you go. You just have to know when to turn. Even though, like, you know, if you're just playing this for the first time, like, even if you haven't played this for a little while, you'll just forget and then you'll fly off into the off-road still. I think I would change that ramp still. That would be my one. That would be my one criticism to the creator. Change that ramp. But other than that, like, you know, track is a hell of a lot better than it used to be. Well done to the creator. Of course, as always, all the creators and the link to the tracks themselves will be in the description. So yeah, go check it out. This is a really cool update to Jungle Ruins. Well done. Okay, finally Suzuka Circuit. Okay, this is one I never look forward to playing. This one, I'll just say it at the very start. This one's really boring. It's a very boring track. I know it's based on a like a real life like location for like I think like I don't think it's Formula 1, but I know it's based on a racing track. But like, you know, it's just so boring. Like there's nothing here which makes me go, yes, this is amazing. I mean, it drives well enough. It drives fine. There's nothing wrong with the drivability. It's just there's nothing here. There's no, you know, there's no sound effects. Like, you know, honestly, in terms of slots go over, this would like be much better over something like Waluigi Stadium or like, you know, Luigi Circuit, because like, you know, then you at least have crowd noise. Like, you know, have some crowd noise or some like obstacles or something. Like, I think just kind of, you know, ripping out the track and going, okay, here you go, without any changes to make it kind of Mario Kart friendly. It just, like, you just then have a really boring track. And, like, I know it's a 2-lapper, and I know there's a speed mod on it, but, like, my opinion on speed mods, and I don't think I've gone really that public with it before, is, if you have to put a speed mod in, you know you've overscaled it way too much. Especially when I'm going like 133 kmh. I don't know what, I don't know if that's a 1.5% speed mod, but yeah, I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of the track. Like visually it's fine. I think some of the visuals could be tidied up a little bit. But like, yeah, the track is just really boring, I think. I'm just not a huge fan of it. So, sorry all you racing fans out there, I'm not a Suzuka Circuit fan. I just think it's really boring, and there are other tracks which honestly could have this one spot. But yeah, those were the updated tracks. Now we're going to play the new ones. Dino Dino Jungle has finally arrived into CTGP. Some of you guys most of you guys recognize this from Mario Kart Double Dash. Some of you may recognize it from my my former Kart Wii track pack. And if you've watched that video earlier today, you're getting 2 videos, so lucky you. Yeah, this is cool. I don't know if it's the same version by Tok. It feels like it is. But yeah, I have this in my former Kart Wii track pack. I decided to take it out for this recent update because it was just way too long. Let me see if I can take the shortcut here. There we go. Awesome. Okay, let's go see. There's the dinosaur. Hello, little friend. Ah, look at it. The dinosaur is so cute and cuddly. And then you can also do a little shortcut around here. There you go. The problem is, I have with that car. Okay, here's the one thing I have. The one issue I have with this track. I've noticed another thing as well. When I get around to it, does the dinosaur actually stomp his feet? No. Okay, I can't remember if it did that in the version I had on my track pack. But it would be really nice if the dinosaur like stomped his foot. That would be really cool, because that's kind of what gives this track life, you know? I'm not as big of a Dino Dino Jungle fan as some people are, so you know, part of the reason why I like this track is because of the little dinosaur, and like when he stomps, like it like spins you out. That's really cool. I love that little effect. So I mean, the fact that that's not in, it doesn't ruin it, but it is a bit disappointing. Secondly, considering how easy this is, you know, everyone's gonna do it, and like it kind of makes that that side route a bit pointless. So what I would do is I'd maybe make it a little more difficult to make that jump trick over. Because once you get it, it's really not that hard to do. Like I can constantly get it 3 times out of 3. I want to take another route. I'm going to go the center route here. But yeah, I'm not going to say it's a disappointment, because I mean, I know a lot of people have wanted Dino Dino Jungle in for a long time. I think this does, like, you know, it does complete the GCN, I think, track listing, which is really cool. But, yeah, I think that there are some things that you can do better. But I mean, yeah, let me see if I can get the 3 for 3 now. Yeah, like, see how easy, you just jump trick, and you pretty much will get it consistently. So yeah, not going around the other route is a bit disappointing. The regular route, I should say, is a bit disappointing. But I mean, yeah, I'm kind of mid-tier on this, and I'm not saying that to be a grump. There are some things that I would change and improve on this track. Okay, final track of the video, Mystic Tangle. This one's another one by ZPL. I think I've played this one once before. And this is based on, I believe, Pokemon Sword and Shield. It's one of the Pokemon games. So there's going to be a lot of Pokemon here that I just don't recognize. I have Sword and Shield, but I've only got like I've only just got past like the second gym, and that's all I've got to. But yeah, this one's really cool. I love I do like the visuals. I think they're definitely heightened by the glowing mushrooms giving off like different colors. That's a really cool little effect. I like the little green glowy things. I don't know what you'd call them. And yeah, this little part's cool here. The different routes you can go over, the fact you can kind of intersect, you can kind of go from like one route to the other, which is pretty cool. Yeah, I like this track. I think I played it once with Mero in Custom Track Showcase, which I promise I'll get up a video on that soon. I want to get more videos up on that at some point soon. Just, you know, please be patient about that. We will get one up there. But yeah, in terms of like the track itself, though, I really like it. And no, I'm not. Like I said, I'm not going to go through and try and guess every single Pokemon in here because, like, I'm not going to be able to. But like, here's a challenge in the comments actually. Without cheating and looking up, like, I don't know if that's on the wiki or you know, what have you. But like, without cheating, try and name all of the Pokemon featured in this track. I want to see you try. I'd be very impressed if you get it correct. I mean, there's no way for sure I'd be able to validate that because I won't know any of the Pokemon. But I mean, hey, it's a fun little challenge, I suppose. But yeah, back to the track. I do really like it. It's very, very cool. I think the visuals mostly speak for themselves. Maybe the trees could be a little bit different. I feel like the trees compared to some of the rest of the track design look a little bit messy. But like that's like very, very minor criticism. I think. Then again, I don't know much about Sword and Shield, but like in terms of the Pokemon around, I recognize some of them from Sword and Shield. So you know, I think that it fits the theme pretty well. And yeah, again, I think mostly the visuals speak for itself. Like ZPL is more of I think, a visual guy. Like ZPL's visuals on his CTs and retro CTs are really, really good. So yeah, I'm a big fan of this one. Not sure I was a fan of it as the retros, but in terms of the new tracks, this is definitely my favorite out of the two. This is a really cool custom track to be brought to CTGP. Okay, and that's a wrap. In terms of a rating, I would give this honestly 3 threads out of 5. Because the thing is, there are a couple of tracks I'm just neutral on. Like, Dino Dino Jungle, yes, is cool, but I think there are definitely changes that I would make that, you know, just, like, would make it feel a bit better and more enjoyable. I didn't even mention the fact that, like, basically 2 of the 3 routes going around the, before you get to the cave section, 2 of the 3 routes are basically pointless because, like, the one route is, like, obviously much faster. And, GCN Bowser's Castle, I'm staying neutral on as well, because I honestly couldn't tell if there was a major change or not. But, I mean, in terms of the positives, Mystic Tangle, really good track. Really like that addition. DK Ruins, a great fix, for sure, to an old track. Well, not an old track, but a great fix for a retro. Broken Pier. I think it's a toss-up between Broken Pier and Mystic Tangle in terms of being my favorites from the update. They're both really good. And Jungle Ruins surprised me. I didn't expect Jungle Ruins to be high up there on the list, but there you go. I've been surprised before. In terms of negatives, it's just the lack of updates on some of the tracks. Like Delfino Island, you know, Delfino Island, I'd love to see some updates. You know, if they're not gonna change it to like the other version that I've played, which like completely changes it and in my opinion makes it better, at least touch up the visuals or make it a little bit more friendly. Like, please, that would be really nice. Marble Towers probably didn't need an update, but still, maybe we could touch on the visuals as well. You know, just a bit disappointed that nothing was there. And Suzuka Circuit. For me, it'll always just be a really boring track. Again, drives perfectly fine, nothing wrong with the drivability of the track, but it's just really, really boring. And yeah, I'm just not a huge fan of it. So, three threads out of 5 I think is fair. It didn't blow me away, but there are definitely some major positives to take away from it, which in my opinion are Mystic Tangle, GBA Broken Pier, and Jungle Ruins as well, for sure. So yeah, that's going to do it. Let me know what you thought of the update in the comments. Let me know what your favourite track was. Obviously, if you enjoyed, remember to like and subscribe. And yeah, take care of yourselves, stay safe, be the best you can be, and peace.